Raleigh, North Carolina, AP. A Marine Corps drill instructor has been sentenced to 10 years behind bars after being convicted of tormenting and abusing young recruits, especially Muslim Americans, including one who later killed himself. A military jury also ordered Gunnery Sgt. Joseph Felix, a 34-year-old Iraq veteran, to forfeit all pay, be demoted to private, and given a dishonorable discharge. Friday's sentencing at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, came after Felix begged for forgiveness before the 8-member jury, which a day earlier convicted him of abusing more than a dozen trainees at the Marine boot camp at Parris Island, South Carolina. Felix was convicted of dozens of criminal violations as the jury on Thursday found he taunted 3 Muslim recruits as terrorists or ISIS and ordered 2 of them to climb into an industrial clothes dryer, spinning one of them around in the scorching machine until he renounced his faith. Defense attorney Navy Lieutenant Commander Daniel Bridges declined a request to comment on the conviction and sentencing. Felix was a central figure among a group of abusive drill instructors at Parris Island, the jury was told. After the March 2016 suicide at the base, a hazing investigation led to charges against Felix, 5 other drill instructors and the training battalion's commanding officer. 11 others faced lesser discipline. Abusive drill instructors have long been stock characters in books and movies such as Full Metal Jacket, a 1987 film set during the Vietnam War. Yet the Felix trial shows that the Marines have since drawn clearer lines between what instructors can and cannot do, said Michael Hansel, a former Navy attorney who attended the proceedings at Camp Lejeune. This generation now, there's things that I think that we're much more focused on in this trial. It's calling people names based on their religion and targeting people based on their religion, said Hansel, now a private attorney specializing in military law. I don't think anyone would say that was acceptable ever, but it probably was not prosecuted in the past the way it would be now. The charges against Felix included commanding recruits to choke each other, ordering them to drink chocolate milk, and then training them until they vomited, and punching recruits in the face or kicking them to the ground. He wasn't making Marines. He was breaking Marines, Prosecutor Lieutenant Colonel John Norman told the jury on Wednesday. He called Felix a bully who heaped special abuse on 3 Muslim recruits because of their faith. One of them, RALEIGH Siddiqui, a 20-year-old Pakistani American from Taylor, Michigan, hurled himself to his death after what the jury decided was mistreatment by Felix that included slapping Siddiqui and calling him a terrorist. Siddiqui's family sued the Marine Corps last month for $100 million. The government did not charge Felix with any crime directly related to Siddiqui's death. The judge, Lieutenant Colonel Michael Libretto, did not allow testimony about whether Felix's actions were responsible for the recruit's suicide. Felix also was convicted of ordering Lance Corporal Amir Burmak into a dryer, which then was turned on as Felix demanded, "Are you still Muslim?" Burmak testified that he twice affirmed his faith and Felix and another drill instructor twice sent him for a bruising, scorching tumble inside the machine. After a third spin, Burmak said he feared for his life and renounced his religion. The drill instructors then let him out, he said. Felix also was found guilty of ordering Burmak to simulate chopping off the head of a fellow Marine while reciting God is Great in Arabic. The jury decided Felix also ordered Rikan Haas, a native of Iraqi Kurdistan, to climb into the dryer. The machine was never turned on. Felix was also convicted of rousing nearly 24 recruits from their sleep, ordering them to lie on the floor, and then walking on them along with 2 other drill instructors.